Welcome to this explainer. Look, today we are unpacking a story that completely blurs the line between digital celebrity and real-world danger. It's a case that really exposes the terrifying intersection of social media clout and modern terrorism. We're going to dig into the intelligence files, the police records, and the digital footprints to figure out exactly how a social media star transformed into what security agencies are now calling the ISI's new weapon. All right, let's just dive right into it.
Okay, let's start with the number 481. Let that sink in for a second. That is the staggering number of suspects and criminals detained by security agencies during a massive, highly coordinated sweep in the first week of May. I mean, imagine the sheer scale of this whole operation. We are talking about a relentless 48-hour pan-India crackdown spanning from the borders of Punjab all the way down to Maharashtra. It swept through Delhi, Haryana, Rajasthan, Uttar Pradesh, and Madhya Pradesh. You know, this wasn't just some routine police check. Not at all. It was a desperate race against the clock to totally dismantle a sprawling, highly active network before it could strike.
And look, this wasn't just some online keyboard warrior stuff. This was very, very physical. When the Delhi Police Special Cell swooped in to arrest 8 key suspects, they found a highly lethal arsenal. We're talking 4 Pakistan-made hand grenades, 2 Glock pistols, 24 live cartridges. Oh, and they also seized a stolen motorcycle and a stolen scooter, which, as you probably know, is the exact kind of untraceable transport used for quick getaways in urban attacks. Finding military-grade hardware like this really grounds this in a grave reality. This network wasn't just talking about violence online. They were heavily armed and actually preparing for it.
Section 1. The Influencer's Dark Facade. So, to understand how this arsenal ended up scattered all across India, we really have to look at the chilling double life of the mastermind who was pulling the strings.
I mean, talk about a double life, right? There is this incredibly jarring juxtaposition between Shahzad Bhatti's two worlds. On the surface, he goes by the name 333. He portrayed himself online as this highly successful dairy businessman, a social worker, and a commentator on religious issues. Originally from Pakistan's Punjab province, he built this massive following just posting videos on India-Pakistan relations and standard influencer drama. But underneath that glossy, curated public persona, well, there lies a really dark criminal history. According to police records, his criminal activity actually began with theft and robbery cases in Pakistan way back in 2013. He then fled to Dubai around 2015, where he allegedly became a key member of the Farooq Koker gang. And now Indian agencies are actually alleging that this entire influencer persona was simply a meticulously crafted cover for his real job, acting as an operative linked to Pakistan's ISI.
Now, it's absolutely crucial to understand that Bhatti wasn't just some lone wolf operating in a vacuum. A highly organized syndicate was mapped out during these arrests. On one side, we've got the alleged ISI handlers who are backing him up, guys with names like Abid Jat, Ajmo Gujar, and Yawar Khan. And then on the other side, we see the actual real-world operatives on the ground, specifically the 8 individuals arrested by the Delhi police. And this list is wild. It includes men from Uttar Pradesh, Jharkhand, Maharashtra, Punjab, and even a 66-year-old Nepali national. It just shows you how deeply this network had penetrated entirely different regions and demographics across the country, literally turning local youth into foot soldiers for a foreign intelligence operation.
Section 2. Weaponizing social media. So the big question is, how exactly does a dairy businessman turned influencer recruit a nationwide network of operatives? Well, the answer lies in the phones we hold in our hands every single day.
It's basically a dark recruitment funnel. This is the chilling pipeline Bhatti's network allegedly used. Step 1. Scour platforms like Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube to identify vulnerable Indian youth. Step 2. Initiate contact through private messaging, just slowly building a rapport. Step 3. Escalate things to video calls. And guys, this is where the trap really snaps shut. The youth are lured in with promises of easy money, opportunities to maybe settle abroad, and, crucially, social media fame through videos where they're flaunting weapons. Finally, step 4 is radicalization through action. They aren't asked to commit murder on day 1, right? Instead, they're assigned these small, seemingly harmless tasks, like sharing photos or GPS locations of specific areas. Slowly but surely, they are drawn deeper and deeper into the terror web until there's just no way out.
Just to give you a sense of scale here, think about the number 500. During their massive crackdown, security agencies actually had to track and monitor more than 500 different mobile numbers and social media accounts just to map out the module. Dozens of youths were called in for questioning across multiple states. Some of them, thankfully, were just counseled and told to delete their social media accounts before they crossed the point of no return. But the sheer scale of this operation, it absolutely shows how easily an influencer with malicious intent can cast a wide, totally invisible net across the internet.
Section 3. The Blueprint for Terror. So, Bhatti's network wasn't just interested in gathering followers or mapping out locations. They were gearing up for actual, physical carnage.
So, arrested suspects actually confessed to Delhi police that they were given this incredibly creepy instruction to leave a real-world footprint. They were told to go out and paint the letters TTH on walls across Delhi and Faridabad. This stands for Tehreek-e-Taliban Hindustan, which is a group investigators say Bhatti is linked to. And right beneath that, they were told to paint the letter S, which is a direct signal pointing to Shahzad Bhatti's involvement. It was basically a brazen way to mark their territory and spread fear in the physical world. And it was all allegedly funded from across the border.
And the targets they were marking? Honestly, it's terrifying. Operatives admitted to sending videos and GPS locations for a totally diverse array of civilian and state targets. They were ordered to attack police personnel, record the assaults, and then make those videos go viral for massive payouts. They scoped out crowded hospitals in Delhi and Punjab, clearly looking to inflict maximum casualties. Their hit list literally included a historical temple in Delhi, a military establishment in Haryana's Hisar, a major political party office, an assassination plot involving a school figure in Punjab, and get this, even a well-known roadside eatery on the Delhi-Sonipat highway that was meant for a grenade attack. The scope of their planned destruction was just absolutely vast.
And you know, this wasn't just hypothetical planning. They were already drawing blood, communicating through encrypted apps like Signal and Telegram to coordinate it all. In March 2025, the NIA investigated a grenade attack at a YouTuber's house in Jalandhar, and they named Bhatti as a key conspirator. Soon after that, an Uttar Pradesh police officer was targeted and surveilled, and he literally only survived because the attacker's weapon malfunctioned at the very last second. And most recently, Bhatti brazenly took to social media to claim responsibility for the killing of 3 police personnel in Punjab, and he even released videos to back up his claims.
Section 4. Gang rivalries and fallout. Now this is where the explainer gets even more complex. We need to look at how this Terra module intersected with the murky, violent world of organized crime.
You know, for a while, Shahzad Bhatti actually maintained friendly ties with the notorious gangster Lawrence Bishnoi. You might even remember those viral video calls between them that surfaced online a while back. But as you might expect, this alliance dramatically collapsed into a bitter feud last year. The breaking point, the Pahalgam terror attack. Basically, Bishnoi publicly took a pro-India stance and criticized Pakistan over it. In response, Bhatti allegedly issued direct threats against Lawrence and his associate Anmol Bishnoi. And just like that, it sparked an international gang war based entirely on geopolitical divides.
And man, this gang war spilled over fast into some massive high-profile incidents. Members of the Bishnoi gang issued open challenges, and in February 2026, they actually claimed responsibility for an attack on Bhatti all the way over in Portugal. But back in India, Bhatti's criminal links were only deepening. For instance, a shooter involved in the high-profile killing of NCP leader Baba Siddique openly claimed in a video that it was actually Bhatti's network that helped him flee the country. On top of all that, Bhatti's been accused of issuing severe threats to major political and public figures, including former Bihar Chief Minister Nitish Kumar and actor Mithun Chakraborty. So over the past couple of years, hundreds of operatives linked to this one guy have been arrested. What started as this charismatic online presence commenting on religious issues somehow evolved into a sprawling, dangerous syndicate of radicalization and targeted violence. Agencies are working around the clock to dismantle the whole thing. But man, it leaves us with a deeply unsettling reality about the digital age we live in. I want to leave you with this final thought. If an influencer can orchestrate a nationwide terror network, traffic weapons, and coordinate international gang wars entirely from a smartphone, who else is hiding in your feed?